something specific, and that's shifting. I know I have videos in the past talking about shifting, but still there's a lot of questions that come in the rise from doing shifting even after many years of practicing. Are you doing it correct? Do you have the proper body unity and so forth? So first of all, as we know, a general rule of thumbs, right? When it comes to shifting, just like when the punch, elbow leads the motion to do the punch or any hand technique motions, right? But the knees are the ones that lead the motion when it comes to shift. So right here, if you can picture this visually, from my heel all the way up here going this way, you have one triangle connected by here to the knees. Then from my shoulder all the way straight down to the mother line is right there to the mother line. So at this area right there, you're controlling the motion with the knees. Why are you controlling the motion with the knees? Two of the triangles intersect there, thus the top structure as well as the lower structure are interconnected with each other. If you do not use the knees to lead that motion, you won't have a body unity on the shift. So for example, we know basic shifting is like this. If we do basic shifting, the maximum turn is basically 45 degrees angle. So if I'm from this position here, I'm shifting 45, 45, and 45, and so forth, right? But when we practice Chum Q, second form in Wing Chun, right? When we practice Chum Q, we have 45 degree angle, 135 degree angle here, and a full 180 degree angle here. And then we go from here and then do the full motion shift. If a lot of times when people are practicing, and the reason we do that full motion shift is basically to have a fuller feel of the whole body in place, okay? If you only shift this way, you should shift this way to practice in the beginning, but this way actually gets the unity of both bodies working together. How so? So for example, if I'm shifting, right, here's my position and I shift, and I shift from one point to another. If I shift and I use the waist, you kind of see like a lag. Let's see if you can see that again. I'm gonna turn with the waist to do this, and you kind of see like my body kind of comes in with my legs moving first and the body kind of sinking in and then not ending like it should be. And that's because, like I said, the knees are the pivot point where both triangle structures connect. But if I use the waist, you're gonna have one upper structure move and the lower structure doesn't follow suit at the same time. Now, I want you to look again. I'm gonna do it again where I shift. Make sure obviously you're gonna be vertical in this position. I'm gonna shift and torque with the waist. And you kind of see like it doesn't settle in place. Now look at the difference here. This one, I'm gonna go a little slow so you can see it. Here's the torque with the waist. See, I'm turning with the waist. But here, I actually feel my knees engage. Engage. You see the difference? Knees. 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 See how when I finish the motion, you feel it, see it, and sink at the same time, and naturally end. When I turn with the waist, you kind of see it settle in a little bit later. You don't have that same unity and body connection that you want to. So if you're wondering why that occurs, that's exactly the reason. Your waist is actually leading the motion, and that's not a common occurrence. That's an actually pretty common occurrence that happens. People just are not feeling the use of the knees when they shift. So for example, in this position here, right? Even the regular shift, like this, that's me once again doing the waist. Here, my knees are actually involved. If you want to think of it in this sense, right? When my knees shift, right? It's kind of like when I walk. Both legs, I don't just take a step here. My one leg is actively pushing and stabilizing, while my other leg is seeking out to take the step. But when I actually do the shift for the knee, right? My knee, look how I'm turning with this part here. I'm turning with my right leg and causing my left leg to actually move and sink and then create the turn. As opposed to if I go like this, that's my waist. That's my waist, and you don't see the unity. But if I go like here, boom. See, by the time I shift, you see my body actually shift because the two triangle structures are connected to each other. If I turn with the waist again, it's almost like a lag. You see it kind of like lag and then try to settle back in. But with the knees lead, boom, knee, 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 right? Okay? So it takes a little bit playing around with. Go slowly. If you're on a regular floor, take off the shoes, get some socks in. That's okay. That's okay to do because what you're trying is trying to make sure you feel and turn with the knees, right? You want to feel the knees actually turn and guide each other and so forth.